The final pieces of my clone trooper build are complete, and I'm going to show you how I did it today on Darth Rage Reviews.
The Force is with you, young Skywalker. But you are not a Jedi yet.
Greetings, Force fans, and welcome to another episode of Darth Rage Reviews, your source for the Force. Guys, business quickly. If you're not a subscriber, love it if you'd hit that subscription thing down there, notification bell. Make sure you're notified when I'm dropping videos, because I drop them all the time, and you really want to be notified, because this week I'm going to be dropping the full armor reveal for this clone trooper, guys. All right, business out of the way. Welcome back. So about 8 months of work has come to an end. Guys, I have completed the final pieces of my clone trooper armor. Now, I say completed. There's still two slight things that I need to do before I can submit it for 501st approval. I have not yet gotten the back plate. It's easy fix. So this is a 3D printed thing that I'm going to get in. We'll simply cut this out and mount that from the inside right there. Also, there's two clips that I need, or four clips that I need for the knees that, it's literally just kind of gluing and attach them on there. And then I'll be done. So really psyched about that. My goal was late June to have this submitted and approved. So I think I'm well within that goal. My other goal was to have something, really to show y'all by May 4th. And I'm going to make that goal as well. So let's talk about these final few pieces. So I'm going to put this beautiful chest piece out of the way real quickly, just so we can first talk about the centerpiece of any clone trooper armor, which is the diaper, the clone diaper. I call it the diaper. I think I first heard Patchbots call it the diaper. I really enjoyed that. So it's basically the butt, the cod, and the ab piece all put together. So this is where I kind of really went off the reservation from how most people design and build clone armor. Most people design and build this ab so there's an opening either in the sides or the back, and you can just kind of clip it around you. And the butt's attached to that. Typically the butt kind of comes up the back a little bit, and that's attached to these straps. The cod will kind of attach the same way with that. So when I got this armor from my friend, this piece was already kind of all put together as one piece, and I'm able to kind of get it over me without having to open it. So I figured, why go through the problems of making this, a two-piece thing when it fits like this. So it makes for a little bit more difficult when I'm putting it all on, but I think it looks great. So I basically, kept this as one piece. Just finished off the seams, which were right here, and you can't see anymore due to several weeks worth of sanding. So I've got straps attached to this that, I still kind of haven't finalized, but this is what holds up the whole centerpiece, these straps here. The butt is snapped in on the back here, and then I've got Velcro pieces here, and here that hold that on. So when I get dressed, this is the first piece that goes on. So I get this on before I put on any of the legs or anything else, and this is kind of the base that goes on first. So just the ab and the butt. You get the full legs on, then you attach the rest of the cod and the belt. So how does the cod go together? So I've got snaps, you can see here, and then a corresponding snap on both butts, both butt pieces right there. That's for level 2 certification. So with the CRL is the Costume Requirement Library. I don't know, it's a 501st thing. So the CRL has different levels of approval. Level 1 is to just get in, but then you can also go level 2 or level 3. So level 2 approval has snaps that are featured on the side of the butt armor that correspond to the cod. So I figured, why not give it a go? Purchased a little snap making thing from Amazon, which is super cool and really, really easy to use. I've added snaps to things that I didn't even know that I wanted snaps on. It's fun, snapping. So I attached a snap, the female and the male snap on here, and then a piece of Velcro on each of these as well as 2 pieces of Velcro here. So these Velcro attached to some corresponding Velcro inside the ab, and then I've got Velcro there and there on the butt that attach to these sides. But basically this snaps in. One, Velcro, snap 2, and voila. You have that all put together. And we've got the belt, and the belt was all one piece of rubber, so you can see the paint's kind of flicking off in places. I actually need to go get, I think Flex Seal will actually stick onto this. I don't mind it looking like this. Just adds to the weather. If I keep just regular paint, I'll probably have to paint this frequently because you can see it's kind of chipping off in big places there. But it's easy fix. So this belt is really heavy, and I was kind of worried about attaching it, but basically you can see I've got the Velcro on the back, corresponds to Velcro all the way around here, and we're good to go. So I just basically attach this after I get the cod on, and it simply swings around. So one other thing I do need to do before I can submit this is I need to finish the detonator and the 2 boxes on the back. I've got 2 3D printed boxes that one of them will cover this seam here, and then a detonator that goes on the back. This will probably take me all of half of a week to finish it. It's not going to be very difficult. I'll glue one of the boxes to this side, Velcro to the other side so it all sticks together, and then glue the other box right here. This will be attached with some type of bolt. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to go to Home Depot and see what I find. So that then completes that whole piece. Nice and simple. So the other place that I went off the reservation, and this is, again, I just felt like it was going to be easier to do this. It makes it for slightly more difficult to put on, but all of the pieces of the armor in the CRL call for them to be seamless except for the chest and back. The chest and back calls for a seam. Now, it doesn't say that seam has to open. It just says that you got to have a seam. So I basically combine this into one solid piece. This does not separate like most clone armors do. And I'm able to get it on over the abs with a little bit of mustard. But yeah, I think this works out. And it actually makes for a really nice tight fit, which, I think looks really badass when you get it all put together. And I really can't wait to show you. So that is all of those put together. Let's take a second, and like all my other videos, I'll give you a little time-lapse view of how I really went from nothing to this. So let's take a look. All right, so this piece that I got, there was a part that was wrong on it. It was an older model. It had a raised notch over where that 4th hole is on each ab strip. So I had to cut those out. Took the X-Acto knife, cut them, popped those out, and then I'm going to fix it really simple just by attaching a shim of ABS plastic there to the back of it. So using my slurry, I slurry glue that on there and then clamp it to kind of hold and stay. Do the same thing to the other side and end up putting a weight down there just to kind of hold them both on there. Then it's a matter of filling in the top to make it smooth and filling in the sides with some more ABS slurry. So I did this couple coats and then went back and sanded it over just to make it smooth. Then a drill to re-add those holes, and boom, my abs are done. Next, it's on to the butt and the cod. So I had to trim these up using the Dremel just to get them fit. I had had these taped on there and marked. I'm not just blind dremeling here. So I'm going on a pencil mark that I had in there. And then I had to drill holes, 4 of them, 2 in each, to add the snaps. So the CRL, the costume requirement list, has a level 2 certification that has snaps on either side of the ab or the cod and the butt. So I had to add the holes to add the snaps. And this is something I'm kind of proud of myself. I taught myself to do. Bought a little snap kit off of Amazon, and I added these snaps. I've actually added snaps to a lot of my other stuff now. It's really, really simple. The only hard part about this is trying to balance the butt piece or the cod piece while I'm holding the little metal bar that you've got to hammer on to make this work. That's the only difficult. If I had somebody to hold it, it would have been a whole lot easier, but that's the only difficult part of this. So I added female and male snaps. Here you can see the back part goes on, snap part on the top of it, and you lay it onto the little, like it's like a mortar pestle thing. Then hammer it down. Very simple. Very, very simple. If anybody's thinking about getting a snap thing, it's worth it. It's like $9. You get 100 and snaps. If you ever break snap on your clothes, you can fix it. Or send it to me. I'll fix it for you. So really simple process. Got the snap on there, and then they snap together. It comes time to add the straps. So my straps are rubber, really easy. All I had to do was paint them and then glue them in here to it. But I had to cut a slot out in the front and then kind of a notch in the back in order to have them fit in there. So it was a little Dremel and a little bit of hand filing in order to kind of get this really nice and fitting. Then I just glue them in there. So here's again where I kind of went off the reservation and decided to make one solid chest back piece that just slips over my abs. So using the ABS slurry and some shim pieces of ABS, I just basically kind of created the shims, glued them on there, let them sit and dry, and then repeated the process again and again in order to glue that on there. In the CRL this is the only piece that doesn't have to be smooth. It actually calls for a seam line in it. And most people actually have it to where it's velcroed or slotted in there to where you can open and close it and it's easier to put on. I just decided to skip that step. A little harder to put on, but it's nice and tight and snug, and I think it looks cool as shit. So that's there's 20 different ways to build a clone, and this is kind of I think I'm the only person I've seen that's done it like this, but we each kind of make them our own. So again, clamped together. And then you see here, the straps are on there. I've got them taped while it's gluing. It was really easy, just glued them on. They don't really support anything. They're just kind of there for show. The chest really sits on top of the abs easy. So I'm not going to show you all the painting, but I did do the same white painting and taped it off with that recognizable 501st-A. Then I'm adding the liquid latex to give it that weathered look. Kind of went back and forth throughout this project, doing liquid latex and not doing liquid latex, but decided to do it on this. First step is to cover everything with that white coat again. That's just in case your taping is not really good and you get some paint that slipped through. This will cover it up. So it makes it nice and clean. Then we took this late into the night, a couple coats of that white, took this late into the night, and then added 3 or 4, I don't remember, coats of the blue to give it that, brilliant blue A. I worked all day on this and I just really wanted to get it done. So you're going to get some darker video here as I'm in the garage late at night, removing it all to reveal this is this is the most fun part of any project, revealing that taped off paintwork. And this is the most recognizable piece of a 501st Clone Trooper. It's that A that you see. So I was really excited that it was a really good job. I didn't really have to clean up anything on this. The tape did its job. So once I got it all off, it's a matter of removing the liquid latex. You want to you see I'm kind of using some filing as well, just to add some additional marks in there. We're going to call this mixed media. It's a mixed media. Then coming through with the blaster marks, you can see I'm a little uncertain. I'm always a little uncertain when I'm doing this because I want it to be random and I want it to appear random. And I don't know, it's the easiest part, but the hardest part to get this correct. And then onto the seams. So dry brushing black along all the seams just to add some definition, make it look a little bit more used. After this, I went to the standard acrylic black wash. Not going to show you that process just because I've shown it to you a bunch. And that's it, guys. That's it. That's all I had to do to get this rolling. Doing it all for the Republic. So that's how I finished it all, put it all together, guys. You know, really, really happy with where I am at this point. Now, where do we go from here? So over the next couple days, you guys are going to start to see some teases of the armor. I'll be launching kind of a little preview, if you will, and then May 4th, we'll be right back here, and I will put all of this on for you guys, kind of display to you what it all looks like together, put together, and I am super, super excited about it. This stuff is really just, it's almost too big for me to show you all at once, but, you know, these are the final pieces to get together. Just some finishing touches, and I'm ready for a 501st submission. But yeah, I can't wait to see you guys later on this week, May the 4th, as I put this all together. Let's grab the helmet. And there you go. So, as always, guys, I'm Darth Rage. This is Darth Rage Reviews, your source for the Force.
The circle is now complete. When I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master.